Here we have the ongoing high priestly prayer of Jesus. This is verse 19, chapter 17 of John. Jesus is describing, of course, the work that he has done in connection with the disciples, the benefits that they've received. And now we reach an even more mysterious aspect of this great prayer, in which he apparently is alluding to the great works of the atonement that are about to take place. But he says in verse 19, Kai, the connective, huper, the preposition, takes the genitive, and in that situation it means on behalf of, or for the benefit of. In the stead of is the idea. So on behalf of, auton, the genitive plural masculine pronoun referring to the disciples. So on behalf of them, many manuscripts include ego for emphasis, on behalf of them, I. And then hagiadzo. This is from hagiadzo, first person singular, present active indicative. Means to sanctify, to set apart. So Jesus says, for them, or for the benefit of them, or on their behalf, I sanctify, and then emauton, the reflexive pronoun, in the accusative singular, I sanctify myself. Jesus presumably referring to what he's going to be doing in the next several hours as he'll be going to the cross. And that this is, as one, and in fact more than one great commentator in the history of the church has suggested, a reference to Christ in a sense in the high priestly capacity offering a sacrifice, but in this case he's both the priest and the offering. He as the priest is nevertheless sanctifying or sacrificing himself, and that is probably something of what Jesus is referring to, though somewhat obliquely here. So on their behalf, I sanctify myself. Hina, conjunction, will take the subjunctive. Here we have the subjunctive form of eimi, I am. This is the third person plural. Subjunctive, it's the present active subjunctive, in order that they may be. And then added for emphasis here the intensive use of autos in the nominative plural, so in order that they themselves may be, and then kai is there suggesting the idea of also, that they also themselves may be. And here's the same word, hagiadzo, only in this case it's hegiosmenoi, which is a participle. It's the perfect passive participle. Meaning it's referring to something that has taken place and continues to have binding effect in the present. The passive suggests it's something being done to them. They themselves may be sanctified. It's the masculine plural nominative, of course, going back to the disciples themselves, who are the subject of the discussion here, so that they themselves may be sanctified. And then in aletheia. There's no article here. It doesn't say in the truth, but simply in truth, which would typically suggest the idea of to have this being done in a true and complete way, that they may truly be sanctified. In other words, so Jesus is going to the cross, offering himself, sanctifying himself in that sense, in order that, for the precise purpose that they themselves may also, through this great purchase that Christ is making, be sanctified in the very same sense. And of course, what Jesus says here could be extended legitimately to all of those who will, by faith, join with Christ, put their faith in Christ, and align themselves with him and belong to him.